East Coast and Deep South and the Middle West, the French Quarter in New Orleans and Colorado Springs and the Little Rock. And they all speak English. And Canada, British Columbia to the up to Quebec French speaking, but they're basically English. And when I went to South Africa, in the early 1990s, the apartheid lifted, and the United Nations lifted the ban on the tourism. So I took escort the first Japanese group to visit South Africa, and enjoy the kind of the National Game Park, and there are many countries you can enjoy great kind of wild animal kingdom, and South Africa. The actually after we finish our dinner, come back to the hotel, and then there are policemen in front of the hotel. There are blood all over. There's a shooting incident. So if we come back to the hotel earlier, then maybe something happened. Our group is victimized. But anyway, here people speak English, and I took care of 10 parliament members, some from Shugin, House of Representatives, some from Sangin, House of Councillors. 10 people visited the Africa under the United Nations program about population issues. So we visited the Zimbabwe, Ghana, and Kenya. When we arrived, the Harare is the capital city, and we stayed at the Sheraton Hotel. Sheraton Hotel is number one hotel, so they are parliament members. So we stayed at the Sheraton Hotel, and in the middle of the night, the hotel was the blasted some terrorism, and we're all safe. We take the refuge to the Japanese embassy. But anyway, this is otherwise this is a great place, and also national park, and very close to Victoria Falls or something like this. And Ghana speak English. Kenya speak English, because these countries are the Commonwealth, former Commonwealth country. So why our hotel was destroyed? Somebody knew that the Japanese parliament members stay at this place, or just simply it happened to be on that evening, because a month later the Commonwealth the event was scheduled. So maybe that is a kind of a target of the terrorists. But anyway, there are the Philippines speak English, and Malaysia, Singapore, and of course there are many places the English speaking the areas, and of course, if not the native English, if not English as a second foreign language, the entire world, young people particularly, they are eager to learn English. So English, but anyway, the calculated population of English speaking people is 1.5 billion, and the Chinese 1.4 billion. So this is a kind of the power relationship. The Chinese and the English zone. As far as the population is concerned, this is about much almost same figures, and this when you go to kind of west, the this is the Beijing and Shanghai, and this is the central area. And then if you go to Silk Road, 90% actually depend on the source, 92%, 96% Han people, and the rest of them 54 or 56, depend on the book, the minorities. They are they live scattered around all western part of the continent, and if you go to the beyond Urumqi, and these are actually pretty close to Central Asia. This is we are Japan, the Far East. Asia is very much separated. Orient, Asia is not the single place. Here, Far East, Southeast Asia, and this is Oceania. This is not Asia. And India is South Asia. And then the Middle East. So we are in the Far East. So whatever happened Far East, that mostly involve China, two Koreans in Korean Peninsula, South Korea, North Korea. North Korea is very much different from a democratic system. But anyway, Japan should have actually cordial association with South Korea. This is two. Now, historically, very much we have a sour relationship, but now very important to hold together to deal with China and even with the United States now. Not simple allied country today. So these are the things to consider. And China, because language difference, Chinese language or the different regional differences. So now the Chinese speak to communication as a communication language. Chinese, so-called Mandarin. 普通话This is Pluto means common. Hua means kind of language or kind of expression, the colloquial. If strictly written, this is another character. Go. This is the kind of written Chinese, and this is the spoken Chinese. Anyway, Putonghua is the one that taught at the schools. Wherever China you go, the schools teach this Putonghua. Hong Kong, the Cantonghua is enough to survive, to do business. But because of Chinese influence, Hong Kong people some decade ago started learning Putonghua because maybe they need to expand their business with the counterpart from China. So they needed to study. Hong Kong, some other part of the China, except Beijing, Putonghua based on Beijinghua. So, but otherwise you have to study to understand. Otherwise, you can't communicate with the people in different regions. Yeah, of course, you don't speak Cantonese, Hokkien, Shanghainese, and Nanjing. So, and when people hear the name Nanjing or Nanjing, this is a very difficult place to explain, because when the Japanese military forces they actually invaded China. They approach to the up north, and there are two actually military groups, and one they actually single out a person to represent this group, and another person, and they compete each other. 100 killings. 100 killings. Who actually, which one? The first finish 100. So this is a kind of very much sad story. Happened the sometime in say 1938. Nanjing massacre, Nanjing incident took place. The 300,000 people killed. That is Chinese insist 300,000 people killed. The Japanese scholars, how come you can kill 300,000 people? So this is somewhere around 50,000 or something like this. But anyway, Japanese military forces, they didn't have enough logistic the supplies. So if they capture anybody, they can't feed them. So maybe in rape, that kind of thing happened, and the robberies happened because they have to the supply by themselves. So many things happened around here, and they after the war they built the museum for that massacre. This is the Japanese military. Nanjing Satsu This is a museum, and Japanese military force, and this is Nanjing. Nanking. This is the Tosatsu. The historical text often describe this Nanjing incident, Nanjing massacre, but this one in Chinese character means slaughter. I don't know, massacre, English, massacre and slaughter, which is a more kind of heavy feelings. But this is a slaughter museum. Once I escorted the Japanese student group who specialize, who study the Asian history. Actually, the name of university, Toyo University, the function of historical the Asian history. So we visited many different places, China, and then finally Nanjing, and I told the local guide, this is a very important. The purpose of come to Nanjing is to see this museum. So please don't forget to take us to the museum. Morning, other places, the lunch, and I asked again, take us to the museum. Then take another places. No. We need to go there. Otherwise, they close the museum. So now, forget about everything. We just go there. And they went there, and I gave a student for 1 hour free time, see inside the museum. And I saw myself about the two the Japanese officers compete each other, killing 100 people. There are so actually the materials, so much materials. This is the prepared by China. So Japanese opinion may have the different ones. But anyway, I was myself was shocked. Because never ever learned this kind of thing. And student, after 1 hour later, we got together. Nobody speak. Nobody. No student. No. There someone feel vomiting. That is a very, very serious museum. Atrocious museum. So this is a kind of a place Japanese better visit and see what is the history some 90 years ago. This is actually happened in the history, if not 300,000, but this is the evidences, photos, many things displayed. So we ask Americans, come to Japan, come to visit Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and learn what have your previous generation conducted over Japanese the wartime the history. So and then actually today many people come, and maybe if American comes, maybe second, third generation after the American involved in Pacific War. But we tell people, please come to watch what happened and to understand more about Japan. Japan, based on that fact, we are taking the peaceful fascism policies. Never recover that kind of again. So with China, probably we better see Nanjing Slaughter Museum. Then, but the thing is, why a student, because so badly affected by that materials, because they didn't learn, or nobody taught them about the wartime, war history of war itself. Of course, there are books they're saying Japan has a war, the Pacific War, so called, but that is very much a weak expression. And somewhat Japanese government, the wartime people, not the entire Japanese, actually discussed about who is responsible for this, because some people. Some people kind of war class criminal, class B criminal, class C criminal. There are some people actually punished. But the war is not by only limited to people. The entire Japan somewhat push or kind of cheers the Japan to get into the deeper part of the war, and we have to be overcome whatever happened, and whatever the sacrifice. We have to beat the barbaristic countries like the United States, and so this is a kind of the agitation. And if somebody die, sons actually sent to the war front and came back with a box. If a bone is lucky, but just a piece of paper and name written or something like this. So, and the families, no son, very much disgraced, because no actually contribution to war, because you don't have a son. So this the parents, the deeply involved other activities to praise the war, whatever the local community gatherings, they always attend and do some the work and many things. You need to show your patriotism to the country if you don't have a son. So these are kind of the entire Japan, somewhat that kind of atmosphere. And this is a Rocho means the same tuning. So this is a tuning, and you are here. The different country, the different tunings maybe here, but in Japan, this within this tuning, you live normally. But if you go outside, maybe you consider as a kind of strange person or something like this. This is the very much the social the concept, social feelings. So this is a China. We needed to, if not Nanjing, this museum. We need to be more the positive to study what is the China. And China is growing up very rapidly. And if you've been in China maybe 10, 20 years ago, now China may be quite different. Automatic movings and AI, the most advanced, and the cityscapes maybe quite modern. So China, we need to learn more. Anything could happen this year. So this is a national security issue on Taiwan and China. So Taiwan, what to do with Taiwan? If United States take the step into the China and establish the G2 instead of G7. Japan is a part of Group 7. But if United States, China established the strong foundation of Group 2, then what will happen? What does Japan have to do? We have to completely overhaul the past, our attitude, our efforts, and our actually preparations to be a part of the world. We have to overhaul everything. So this is a year. And this year just started, and we are going to witness very much experimental history of the world today, this year. So we continue, not national security issue, but there are many other the economy, education, and many other things to learn. So see you next time.